flying in the van with my friend. It was for freedom from myself and from the land. I made a lot of mistakes. 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 You came to take us. All things go, all things go, to recreate us. All things grow, all things grow. We had a mindset. All things know.
Happy Felton and some of his happy friends are going to give us the word about dunking. Donut dunking, that is. It's strictly from etiquette and all that, so listen closely. First, we see Happy himself fairly serene about the world in general and dunking in particular. However, his neighbor prefers the grab and bite style. Don't be afraid of the donut. It can't bite back. Of course, if you're not sure, go after it with two hands. According to the word from the Dunking Association conclave in New York, compounding a felony is the only thing that's taboo, along with spilling on the old lady's new tablecloth. Okay, so she hasn't got a tablecloth. For the swanky soiree, Happy recommends Injured Innocence, or the close-to-chest sneak. This is especially apt for fugitives from household justice, introverts, and Happy Felton, who makes dunking as exciting as taking candy away from baby. Shh, somebody's looking.
Hello, everyone. So, we have a Midwest League match, my last Midwest League match of the season tonight, against fellow Team Illinois member Jeremy Anders. Jeremy and I have both clinched our divisions. We have identical 6-1 records, which means the winner of this game will be the #1 seed in the playoffs. So right now, Peter Franz has clinched a playoff spot. Patrick Gong, who came in as a replacement player for an 0-3 player and ended up winning 5 games in a row, is also in the playoffs. And then we have 6 players vying for the final 2 spots. So we will see how this match goes against Jeremy. All right, it goes with a lot of ups for me. Now, no defectors, so do I purge him, or save that for ops and go with, like, Olympic Games? Because Marshall Plan is not really a card I necessarily want to play, even though it's 4-op. Yeah, I think we'll go with the games. Alright, men's headline. Alright, 6-1. Alright, so now, do we take the 50-50 here? I just rolled a 6, so I'm not feeling confident. We're gonna go for Iran. Oh god! Alright, I should have gone for Italy. I don't know what this means. The old 8-1 to start play? I don't know what that means. And I'm not looking at the chat because this is a live game, so no one can help me.
In May 1955, representatives from 7 Eastern European nations gathered in Warsaw, Poland, to sign a pact with their superpower neighbor, the Soviet Union. The year's main event would establish Soviet control of the region and challenge the alliance of capitalist nations in the West. The United States and Western Europe had previously signed the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, and now the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe were signing the Warsaw Pact.
Okay, so he was clearly not worried about the duck and cover coup. I actually don't want to give special here, because that lets him overprotect France, so I can't poke. I guess I could poke Germany.
This means a special relationship between the British Commonwealth and Empire and the United States of America. Capture Nazi influence. He's really worried about me having the scoring. It's a 50-50 to break him. Roll a 6 and I get in there. Where do I go for Panama? I think this is better 50-50. Okay.
So if he doesn't coup here, I am poking Germany. Might poke it anyway, but we'll see. Reign of T-Stall. Alright, he's going. That's smart. Oh, are you serious? That's really frustrating. He had to roll a 6 on there to get something in. Anything lower than the 6, that wouldn't have been a problem for me. Okay, well, at least he has a problem. Otherwise, he could have poked back, stand there. Alright, well, Defectors is out there. CIA will be free. Alright, we're gonna go try for SatGovs. Asia, alright. Me, poor Iran. Alright. Flipping Thailand.
Sobre la cuestión acerca de si la lucha armada es el único camino para la liberación, lo que puedo responder es que
our policy is directed not against any country or doctrine, but against hunger, poverty, desperation, and chaos. Its purpose should be the revival of a working economy in the world so as to permit the emergence of political and social conditions in which free institutions can exist. Such assistance, I am convinced, must not be on a piecemeal basis as various crises develop. Any assistance that this government may render in the future should provide a cure rather than a mere palliative. Any government that is willing to assist in the task of recovery will find full cooperation, I am sure, on the part of the United States government. Any government which maneuvers to block the recovery of other countries cannot expect help from us.
Washington, with the Far East the center of world anxiety, President Eisenhower signs a congressional resolution giving him authority to use armed forces in defense of Formosa and other strategic islands.
Man. Alright, let's get rid of this.
Leadership, we may endanger the peace of the world, and we shall surely endanger the welfare of this nation.
Martinez said that the CIA could do whatever it wanted to in the secret war. The U.S. Customs, the Coast Guard, the Navy, the state police, even judges and newspapers closed their eyes to illegal acts by CIA operatives in the campaign against Fidel Castro.
Oh, I missed where you put that. Oh, France. Okay. Getting ready for it to go off.
Our efforts are made in the belief that men and nations can cooperate, and that there are no international problems which men of goodwill cannot solve or adjust.
Okay, there he is.
Le rassemblement du peuple français.
And just go with that flow.
Qui, dans le cadre des lois, va promouvoir et faire triompher l'immense effort du salut commun et la réforme profonde de l'État. Il est donc que dans cet accord, des actes et des volontés
Alright, we haven't seen Blockade, Korean or Arab-Israeli War, Diverse Defectors, Decal, Comcon, Independent Reds, NORAD, and Indo-Pac. Alright, thank goodness I get Indo-Pac. Okay, but he got Decal. I think I would have rather had Decal than Indo-Pac.
Soit de perdre dans l'anarchie jusqu'à l'indépendance du pays. Il est temps que se forme
Alright, reshuffle, I get SOC-Govs and
le
EU.
rassemblement du peuple français.
The challenge of the 20th century is the challenge of human relations, and not
Alright,
of
let's do
impersonal
Cambridge and see if he's got something.
forces.
Doesn't have Middle East because I'm sure he would have headlined that already. Oh, infantry defectors. Okay, well, I still don't think he had Middle East. Save Suck Cups for a little surprise at the end. Ugh. Good redraw for him.
Our efforts are made in the belief that men and nations can cooperate, and that there are no international problems which men of goodwill cannot solve or adjust.
Jeez. Why did you redraw that one? That Asia. Of course, I rolled a 1.
The challenge of the 20th century
Well, now Sack Govs doesn't make quite as much sense.
and not of impersonal natural forces.
Still living under blockade conditions, Berliners feel more results of the deadlock in the form of cut-down public transport. Streetcars are packed literally to the doors, while the normal supply
Zaire, he
routes
went
for
with
food and
that.
fuel remain idle and deserted.
You know what? Let's realign and try to prevent him from doing the walk to camera. Well, it's a 40% chance of getting something out of there. I think it's worth it. Oh, jeez. Alright, Middle East is not the scoring I wanted. I wanted Asia. This is not the hand I wanted. To evaluate if this is bad enough for a self-trap. And puppets, I can't get puppets for sure. Surrey I could kind of prepare for. Alright, this will be a Che headline. There's only one target. Hope, alright.
Esta disposición nueva de un continente de América está plasmada y resumida en el grito que día a día nuestras masas proclaman como expresión irrefutable de su decisión de lucha, paralizando la mano armada del invasor. Proclama que cuenta con la comprensión y el apoyo de todos los pueblos del mundo y especialmente del campo socialista encabezado por la Unión Soviética. Esa proclama es patria o muerte.
What do I realign with? This is not looking good. Outside Asia, things are pretty bad. Tipping the table if I see Asia discarded here. Alright, not bad. You know what? I'm gonna realign with this then. So good. Can I realign Costa Rica so he can't do the Nicaragua Colombia walk? Well, they would have had to work to do that. Alright, so he got rid of flower power. Sadat and Cuban Missile Crisis. Oh. Alright, well. Jeez. Oh, this game. This is not great because he gets 2 cracks at it, but I can't. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Посмеетесь, когда мы, знаете, обгоним вас и скажем: господа, капиталисты, до свидания, наш поезд сюда идет. Пожалуйста, за нами.
Our goal is not the victory of might, but the vindication of right. Not peace.
Well, at least I got it right away, but
both peace
now he's just gonna
here in
step into Venezuela.
And we hope around the world. God willing, that goal will be achieved.
Or he's going to 1 small step into Venezuela. No, he 1 small step into Colombia. Alright, well, I'm going to force him to lose one of these. So I know he's going to take Brazil with part of this. Mm-hmm. Yep, I don't like that. Not sure how I feel about this either. I mean, I could get Africa domination, but I'm gonna do it at the expense of South America. Well, this is gonna be our headline. Well, I have to either play China here or play Surrey to give him China.
Они готовят открыть фронт нашей
Alright,
страны.
well, this is
Они
gonna be
готовят открыть границы нашей страны. Они готовы открыть широко ворота иностранному демократии. Но они хотят изобразить, доказать, как будто это черное дело каких-то иных, чужих рук, против которых они, видите ли, вот эти вот иезуиты и фарисеи, эти иуды искариоты и Василий Шуйский поднимают теперь свой голос подлинного советского патриотизма. Игра разоблачена. Маска предательства с их облика, с их лиц сорвана. И сорвана раз и навсегда.
This. No, kitchen is deactivated. Doesn't last very long, but. He can very easily block my dam. Oh no, does he have Asia? Welp.
What your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Alright, so I have cultural in there, so we will bury you. Obviously Asia, Quagmire, and German. Interesting.
of might, but the vindication of right. Not peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom here in this hemisphere, and we hope around the world. God willing, that goal will be achieved.
Went into Poland, but I really need to protect the only region left to be scored.
Hier spricht eine
Ja,
Stimme
wo geht
aus
es?
Amerika.
Jetzt.
Aus Amerika im Krieg. Unsere Stimmen kommen zu Ihnen aus New York.
This
über den
is a voice
Atlantischen
speaking
Ozean.
from America.
Werden von unserem
A voice from America at war.
Our voices are coming to you from New York, across the Atlantic Ocean to London, from where they are relayed to you in Germany.
Today, America has been at war for 79 days.
Daily at this time, we shall speak to you about America and the war. The news may be good or bad. We shall tell you the truth.
Rear guards. Good for him. Well, this is going into Mexico and Queen Panama because I have adjacency to Panama. Or, I mean, this is scored. Yeah, I really need to focus on Central.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
So many things I need to do. I need to put more into Poland. Iran's just sitting there. Take Thailand back. Prince Allende, and at least get Chile out of it. Oh, that'll be a nice extra BP. brush wars out there, but so much for that. Jeez.
I believe this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning safely to the Earth.
6, having succeeded King Ferdinand after Carol had been exiled. 3 years later, Michael's father returned to Romania and was proclaimed king. His rule lasted for 10 years until in 1940 he abdicated in favor of his son. Michael was now 19 years old, and the next piece of dramatic news was his arrest of the pro-German Antonescu. We see him here later, attending a Russian celebration in honor of the Soviet Army's 28th anniversary. And this year he came to London to attend Princess Elizabeth's wedding. His engagement to Princess Anne of Bourbon-Parma was announced only a short time before his abdication.
Alright, so we've Gunman, South African, Willy Brandt, D-Style, 5-Year Plan, Shuttle, Summit, Brush War, and Salt still out there. Alright. Get D-Style, Willy, 5-Year Plan, he gets Brush War, but he also has Gunman. And Shuttle and Salts. Okay, we get some decent stuff from the reshuffle. Obviously, AVM is good. Good Debates is still not active. Alright, well, ABM wins.
Капиталисты, до свидания, наш поезд сюда идет. Пожалуйста, за нами.
So I might swing for Venezuela with this, then do a normal coup of Algeria. This is kind of vulnerable to brush war, but we'll see how things go. Oh, he's just going to headline brush war. God dang it, come on. considered Thailand as well, because then giving US Japan doesn't give up Dom, but thought this was more important. So I rolled a 1 on it. Where am I taking these apps from? So redraw. Alright, that means we're done. Good. We'll probably salt at the end so you can get rid of gunmen. He had south, come on. This game, gosh. Oh well, come on. There goes gunman. And why not roll 6? I'm getting a little bitter. Alright, so now gunman's gone. And here goes Cuba. Need some BBs.
Dabei stellt sich erstens die Frage, würden unsere Verbündeten, würden unsere atlantischen und westeuropäischen Freunde die Bundesrepublik unterstützen, wenn nach dem etwaigen Scheitern dieser Verträge ein neuer Versuch unternommen würde? Meine Antwort? Die NATO und die anderen westlichen Gemeinschaften haben sich so eindeutig für die Verträge ausgesprochen, dass keine der westlichen Regierungen in naher Zukunft ihre Unterstützung für eine Alternativpolitik bieten könnte. Zweitens,
So I'm not winning this game by DEF CON. Not winning it by Europe Control. Not winning on the board. I'm not winning this game, I think, is the short answer there.
С праздником всех вас, дорогие товарищи! Пусть он укрепит нас в стремлении сделать все ради возрождения Родины и идти вперед по пути социалистического обновления.
Well, truthfully, I could go for Middle East Control. But that comes at 5, so it's unlikely to happen. Why not? That just sets them up for realign, so let's realign. Why don't we even have Dom here? Okay, realign Japan.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
This is someone who has Asia scoring. Hey, something went my way.
Și de aceea trebuie să apărăm cu toate forțele integritatea și independența României.
Okay.
So in your discussions of the nuclear freeze proposals, I urge you to beware the temptation of pride, the temptation of blithely declaring yourselves above it all, and label both sides equally at fault, to ignore the facts of history and the aggressive impulses of an evil empire, to simply call the arms race a giant misunderstanding, and thereby remove yourself from the struggle between right and wrong and good and evil.
He might be running out of gas. Alright, puppets isn't gonna do anything too crazy, so let's get that.
The totalitarian world produces backwardness because it does such violence to the spirit, thwarting the human impulse to create, to enjoy, to worship.
Might be able to make it to final scoring, but it doesn't look great. Oh, jeez.
Banning into space, a layered defense to protect the country from nuclear devastation.
Alright, well, space for VP. Hey! I mean, I know he doesn't have,
compute the position and speed of each
War Games because he had an opportunity to play it earlier, but please keep him out of the territory. I don't think he'll take a tie in this game. Jeez, is this Asia again? Oh, no, I knew he had that.
On the 21st of February in 1994, Ames was arrested for spying, along with his wife Rosario, after years of high living.
Shock, depression, instant recognition of one's life flashes before one. A sense of things coming to an end.
Alright, another man hand. The board was not disaster. I'd be kind of happy. Got some choices here. I'm glad to see War Games. As I at least fight on until final scoring, probably. Marine Barracks is surprisingly powerful too. Usually a decent card, but like I wiped him out of Libya. But Sadat is still looming out there. Okay.
Today I say, as long as this gate is closed,
I think we gotta go Junta in case he has central scoring. Because he still has headline peak.
alone that remains open, but the question of freedom for all mankind.
Oh, that's some good PPs for him. It goes before Junta. Jeez. Those should have been switched. Special relationship is still out there, so we'll hold off on NATO for a little bit.
С праздником всех вас, дорогие товарищи! Пусть он укрепит нас в стремлении сделать все ради возрождения Родины и идти вперед по пути социалистического обновления.
So just need two after.
The totalitarian world produces backwardness because it does such violence to the spirit, thwarting the human impulse to create, to enjoy, to worship.
Okay. Just so that's still out there, but what else am I gonna do?
Russia had swallowed up 8 European countries without firing another shot. Great Britain and the United States protested that these countries had been coerced by threat of force and that Russia had broken her treaty. But Russia ignored the protest. On April 4, 1949, the North Atlantic Treaty was signed between France, Belgium, Luxembourg,
I guess this game's not totally lost.
the United Kingdom,
But
Norway, Denmark, Italy, Portugal, Iceland,
I need Asia
Canada,
to come out, I think.
and the United States. The pact was designed to keep within the letter and spirit of the United Nations Charter. The treaty members realized that real peace is more than an absence of war, and they seek to promote political and economic stability in the North Atlantic area. To ensure this, they are sworn to stand together against aggression. An attack against one would be an attack against all.
Someone's out of box. I like the luxury of holding that for the last turn, but I think taking France is more important here. Well, good for him. And we're gonna hold terrorism.
Ten-year-old Samantha Smith has become a national figure since receiving a reply to her letter from the Soviet leader. She's been whisked around the country in private planes, asked to address peace rallies, and has made numerous appearances on American television.
I was worried about nuclear war.
Alright, Quagmire it is.
Instead of writing to the president, which I've already been to Washington, D.C., and Yuri Andropov is more important, so I just thought it'd be more fun to write to him instead of President Reagan.
Nah, it's cool.
Samantha's home in the small town of Manchester,
Like
Maine,
I've said that a
has
couple
been
times this
besieged by
game.
reporters, including a correspondent from Russian television, eager to discover why a young American girl should have even doubted for a moment that Yuri Andropov was anything but a champion of peace. Samantha and her parents have now accepted a personal invitation from Mr. Andropov to visit Russia. They'll leave in July. At a reception given in her honor by the governor of the local state, Maine, Samantha was told that she'd established communications between the United States and the Soviet Union based on honesty and trust. Quite a feat for a 10-year-old who says she never even expected to receive an acknowledgement from the Kremlin. Andrew Mandelstam, ITN, in the United States.
Alright, what do I do here? Holding this. And One of the two ups.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Cool. Good for you.
The totalitarian world produces backwardness because it does such violence to the spirit.
Of course, the scoring I have in hand. I mean, it's an unscored region. The only one you could access with glass nuts. So that makes sense. Take your 5 VPs. Jeez, come on. I wasn't doing that for mill-ups, I was doing that for presents. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at this point. These run out of ups.
The commander of the operation has sent the following message. Be pleased to inform Her Majesty that the White Ensign flies alongside the Union Jack in South Georgia. God save the Queen.
What happens next, Mr. Knott?
Thank you very much.
What's your reaction, Prime
Rejoice at that news and congratulate our forces and the Marines.
Are we going
Good
to
night,
declare war on
gentlemen.
Argentina, Mrs. Thatcher?
Rejoice.
This gets me presents. Oh, that's getting down. Not that matters. Oh, that was rough. But I still get a bye in the Midwest League playoffs, so it's not the end of the world. Actually, didn't end up getting any points. But being up 16 VPs, not much I can do there. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good night.